Hello lovely people, welcome back to this channel. I'm your host Andy, and in today's video we'll be delving into a story that quite frankly does not get the level of attention it deserves. Ghana is set to be the very first in the entire West Africa to host the prestigious Hyundai Automotive Manufacturing Plant, the very first of its kind on this side of the continent. And just that information carries within it a weight that is a huge milestone which I'll be unpacking fully for you today. So be sure to stick with me till the very end. I'll be giving the full scope of the information. Kindly hit the like button as it helps push this content further, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Let's get straight into the information. What is unfolding between Ghana and South Korea right now is not just diplomacy, it is the beginning of a structural transformation in how West African countries participate in the global industrial economy. On the 2nd of June 2026, the Minister for Foreign Affairs announced during his participation in the 2026 Korea-Africa Foreign Ministers meeting held in South Korea that the first Hyundai manufacturing plant in the entirety of West Africa is coming to Ghana. It was during a high-level diplomatic covenant co-chaired by the Ghanaian minister himself alongside South Korea's own foreign minister, which shows how serious both nations approached the occasion. Out of the meeting did not just come this information. A series of bilateral cooperation agreements followed suit. It covered multiple sectors, but among all the announcements made, one rose above the rest, and that is the establishment of West Africa's Hyundai Automotive Manufacturing Plant to be located right here in Ghana. Now I want you to think about what this actually means for a moment, because Hyundai is not a small player. It is one of the most recognizable automotive brands on the entire planet, a South Korean industrial giant that has penetrated virtually every major market in the world. And not just that, Ghana lacks manufacturing plants of this nature. Ghana hosts 6 vehicle assembly plants producing 11 brands, including Volkswagen, Toyota, Suzuki, Nissan, Kia, and Hyundai itself. But these are not full-scale manufacturing plants. They are assembly facilities, which this new plant will be taken up a notch. The decision to anchor its West African manufacturing presence is not just a statement, it is development for Ghana. On the statement section, it's about Ghana's investment climate, its infrastructural readiness, its workforce potential, and its strategic positioning as a gateway to a region of 500 million people. And that is exactly the kind of exposure Ghana has gotten for itself, with a reputation to back it up. It is not accidental. This is a result of years of sustained deliberate engagement between Accra and Seoul as well. To fully grasp the foundation that this project is laid on, Ghana and South Korea are not strangers. That is the first thing you need to understand. The bilateral relationship stretched back decades, and next year, 2027, the two nations will mark a full 50 years of formal diplomatic ties. That is half of a century of shared engagement and trajectory of that relationship, which tells a compelling story. Now let's talk mainly about the Hyundai manufacturing plant, which is going to be established in Ghana. Minister Ablakwa explicitly stated that the plant will be established this very year, 2026, not at some undefined future date. The new plant would also go far beyond the existing Hyundai assembly operations that has been in Ghana since 2020. The proposed manufacturing plant would undertake full-scale vehicle production from raw materials to finished vehicles, a meaningful step up from simple assembly to an advanced manufacturing plant. A manufacturing plant of this nature actually transforms the economy to heights that you might not have thought of, because automotive manufacturing is not a simple isolated activity. It is deeply integrated into a web of upstream and downstream economic activities. When a plant like this comes to Ghana, it does not just create jobs within its own walls, it will certainly create direct employment ranging from assembly line technicians to engineers to logistics professionals to administrative staff. But the real economic multiplier effect comes from the supply chain that grows around it: steel fabrication, components manufacturing, plastics processing, electrical systems, rubber and tire production, packaging, transportation, and logistics. That's to show you how vast it is. All these industries stand to benefit from the presence of a major automotive manufacturer in the country. And as those industries develop to serve the plant's needs, they will in turn create their own jobs, their own supply chains, their own demands for skilled workers and trained managers. Ghana's tertiary education sector, its technicians and vocational training institutions will feed off this. There will be a pool, which is a gravitational demand for people with the right technical skills to work in and around this facility. That demand will create incentives for investment in skill development, and over time it will reshape the kind of education and training that young people are pursuing in the tertiary institutions. This is precisely how South Korea itself industrialized, and it is exactly how Germany also built its manufacturing excellence. It is how, in a completely different context, countries like Malaysia and Vietnam have transformed themselves over the last 30 years from agricultural economies into major industrial players. Simply put, manufacturing anchors development. This further goes to add the gravity of this manufacturing plant, which is being established in Ghana as the first in the entirety of West Africa. I hope you are following how transformative this project is going to be for the country. And what even makes it amazing is what comes next. One of the other most consequential announcements, which has not received nearly enough coverage as well, is the establishment of a new university in Ghana, a joint initiative between the two countries that is expected to open within the current year, that is 2026. Both the Hyundai plant and the new university would be delivered within this current year. Think about what this university means in context of everything else being announced. And as I stated, the automotive sector will be going hand in hand with tertiary education. That precisely feeds off this project. Ghana is making strides, and if you don't pull the strings, you wouldn't see how it aligns. Because Ghana is building industrial capacity, investing in the knowledge infrastructure that will be allowing that industrial capacity to develop local expertise, adapt to the technological changes, and eventually lead. The university is not an isolated development. It's a long-term bet on the human capital of the country, and South Korea, a country whose own development miracle was in significant part powered by investment in education and skilled labor, understands this deeply. The Korea-Africa Foreign Ministers meeting that produced these announcements drew delegations from 50 of Africa's 54 countries alongside regional bodies and concluded with a joint statement on closer cooperation, meaning that this was not a quiet bilateral sidebar, it was a continent-wide signal. So even after all this information, you might ask, why this partnership? Why is Hyundai and the Korean government choosing to plant their automotive manufacturing flag here in Ghana? Because that choice is not random. It is a strategy that deserves to be examined. Ghana has spent the better part of the last decade and a half positioning itself as the most investment-friendly destination in West Africa. The country's relative political stability is not something that can be taken for granted in this region, and investors know that. Ghana's legal framework, its language of business in English, which connects its vast global commercial network, its sports infrastructure at Tema, and its growing middle class all contribute to an investment proposition that is genuinely compelling. Ghana is also consistently vocal at the highest level of its government about the need to move beyond extraction model, in which African countries export raw materials cheaply and import finished goods expensively. What this Hyundai plant represents is the validation of this argument. It says if you build the conditions for manufacturing, manufacturers will come. Ghana built those conditions, and now one of the world's great automotive brands is responding. So there you have it. Ghana's announcement of a West African Hyundai automotive manufacturing plant is not just a headline. It's a chapter in a much larger story, a story about what Africa can become when its governments pursue bold industrial visions, when they build credible investment environments, and when they engage the world as confident, strategic partners rather than passive recipients of aid. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit the like button as it helps spread the word, and share this content as well. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, as we cover more stories on Africa's economic transformation. Thank you, and on to the next video. Be sure to check this next video out.